So good morning, TriColor Superbikes. Hope you guys are doing really well, man. And welcome to a really foggy Saturday morning in Delhi. Well, it's about 9 o'clock right now, and look at the fog. This is Delhi fog for you, my friends. Well, today I'm on my way to Chanakyapuri, the Italian embassy. I've decided to learn a new language, the Italian language, and I've joined the Italian classes in Chanakyapuri. So this is my first class. It's going to be interesting. However, the idea of doing this video is not about me. It was to basically share my experience and my views with you on how difficult or how easy it is to own a superbike. The assumptions that most of you all would have in mind would be that most of these superbike owners are from business families. They have a lot of excess cash, disposable income lying around. I would like to share a few facts with you. Yes, there are a few superbike owners who have that kind of money, who have that kind of disposable income lying around. There are a few people who are from business families, and for them it's really easy to afford superbikes or supercars. But majority of the owners, I would say 35 to 40% now, and it's growing, are from the working class. And this number is growing with every year, where loans in banks are becoming more accessible. You get up to 90% finance on bikes. So it's becoming really easy these days to be able to afford a superbike, or at least purchase a superbike. Look at this fog. This is insane. I can't even see 50 meters, probably 50 meters ahead of me. I can't see anything. It's crazy. This is probably the first time I'm seeing Delhi fog so strong in the entire winters. Well, where was I? Okay, well, with the number of banks coming up that are offering pre-approved personal loans, superbike loans, it's not difficult. It's really that easy to be able to purchase superbikes. And now there are a lot of bikes coming in within the 10 lakh bracket. Earlier on it was very difficult. I mean, most of the bikes were above 14-15 lakhs, the ones that you would really want to buy, your dream bikes. But now you have some nice 800-900 cc bikes that are coming to India and are in India at the moment, which are within the price bracket of 7.5 to 8. So you have the Kawasaki Z800, the Triumph Street Triple, you have the Triumph Street Twin. So you have some really nice bikes within 5.5-6 lakhs as well. And DSK Benelli has also come up with their range of superbikes starting from about 5 ex-showroom. So you'll get something around 6.5 on road, which is really an awesome deal. Now, is it really easy upgrading from a regular bike to a superbike? Yes and no. If you're a mature rider and you respect your bike and treat it well for the initial months and try to learn as much as you can from the bike, I think it shouldn't be a problem, because the main adjustment, it's like getting married, man. You need to understand the person and understand your compatibility. So that takes time. So to understand and know your bike, especially your first superbike, it takes a good 6 to 8 months. Now, I would like to share my experience. I had a Duke 200 before I bought a Triumph, and there is no comparison between the Duke and the Triumph. I mean, the kind of power that a superbike or a super sport has is incomparable. So you need to be prepared for that. Now what I did was before I got the delivery of the bike, I had to wait about 4-5 months for my bike. So I took this time to really invest in my and developing my riding skills. So what I did was once I gave in my booking amount, I used to take out at least one day in a week and head to the showroom and ask them for demo bikes to test ride. So I started building my skills. I test rode a lot of bikes. I test rode the Street Triple, the Daytona, some of the cruisers, and just got comfortable with handling these big bikes and their power. And by the time I received the delivery of my bike, I was pretty confident of managing the bike. So I would suggest, if this is your first Superbike, do ask the showroom guys to help out. Once you get the delivery of the bike, you have to run in your bike. So when the run-in period is extremely important, not just for the bike, also to set speed with your riding style, but also for you to understand your bike better. Most people run in the bike within a month. So I think it's a good time period for you, that 1 month, 2 months, to really take it easy and understand how your bike functions, how it performs, the power, the throttle response, because it's a different world altogether. Now let's talk about the financial part. How expensive is a Superbike, or how expensive is it to own one? As I said, with the banks giving you easy access to these loans, if you're above the 50,000 rupee bracket a month, I don't think it should be a problem for you to get an easy bank loan. Now most bikers above 30 can get loans really easily. I bought this bike when I was 27, so I had lots of issues because I had to get it on EMI. I was really tough because the banks had declined my loan, and they gave me a stupid reason. The reason being I'm under 30, and this was ICICI Bank. It's so weird. Maybe the rules have changed now, I don't know, but this is what I went through. And 2 banks just declined my loan. HDFC also declined my loan. Although I was above all the criteria, it was just because I was under 30. It was so stupid, I didn't understand. So this is the embassy of Italy that I've reached now, and it's a beautiful embassy. Now I don't know how they're going to let me in with this bike. Let's see. I have to take the back door entry. That's this one. I see. भैया इटालियन क्लासेस के लिए आया हूँ. हाँ ले लिया. Half a day. So guys, I've ended with the Italian class. It was quite an interesting first class for me. Now let's get back with the topic. Maintenance of a Superbike doesn't come cheap. Now for example, the fuel that I use on this bike is only the best. I normally use 97, and on rare cases when I cannot find a pump, I use 95. Also the fuel consumption is much higher on this bike, so it gives me a return of 10 to 12 only, whereas regular bikes give 25 upwards. So there's a compromise there. And also the maintenance of these bikes is pretty high. So on an average, because it's different, the maintenance is different for different countries. So in European countries, if you own a Triumph, you can take this to the service station once in 10,000 kilometers, and that's your service. But in India, because of the road conditions and the weather, you will have to take it within once every 3,000-4,000 kilometers. So an average service costs me about 7,000-8,000. Okay, that's an average. Now another important factor is, once all of this is done, you have your insurance. Your insurance is very high. So the insurance I pay for this bike, my first insurance was about 29,000-30,000, and the subsequent years, if you don't have any claim or whatever, it ranges between 24,000 to 25,000. So insurance every year is also, you need to save up for that. And God forbid, if you have any accident, even if you have a zero dep accident policy, insurance policy, and you meet with an accident, you still have to pay about 10% as filing charges and whatever. So just to give you an example, there was this friend of mine who met with an accident, and his damage was about 3.5-4 lakhs. It was not much that was damaged, but these parts are really, really expensive. So even if say the headlight or the radiator or the coolant, I mean small parts get damaged, you're looking at least a lakh. I recently got my rims replaced, the front and back, because and I got them on an insurance claim because they got damaged due to the potholes that were there during the rainy season. So I jumped over one of them, and it actually cracked my front and back at certain points. Now the billing for that was about 1.5 lakh just for the rims, the front and back. And I after insurance I ended up paying about 20,000. So you have to take into consideration all of these things. Owning a buying a Superbike is pretty doable. Anyone can buy a Superbike, really, who's earning decently well. Any working professional can. But the difficult part comes when you're maintaining the bike. So maintenance and running costs of a Superbike is pretty high. So before you get your bike and before you do all of this, make sure you have adequate funds in the bank to support this, because if you don't, you'll end up selling your bike very, very soon. And also make sure you're servicing your bike regularly, and yeah, just take care of your bike, man. Alright, so that's all for today, guys. If there are any other questions you would have or anything else that you would like to ask me, you can directly write to me on our Facebook page, that is TriColor Superbikes. We have a Facebook page. Please do like our Facebook page, and you can communicate directly with me or Atul on that page, and we'll be happy to answer any questions. You want any help of ours, we'll be happy to answer or help you in any way. Hope you guys have a great day ahead. Enjoy yourselves, ride safe, my friends, and please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. We need your support, guys. See you soon.